What's up, guys and gals? Today I'll be talking about the movie MonsterLand. And I know a lot of people reviewed the DVD version of it, but I was trying to see this movie for free, when I saw the trailers for this, and I was like, having a hard time seeing this movie for free for some reason. So anyway, yeah, you guessed it. Come on, you can't blame me. But then on YouTube had it for $3.99, and I said, you know what? Bust out the $4. Why not? Yeah, adding 1 extra cent is $4, okay? So I decided to see MonsterLand, and of course it's an anthology of horror movies about different anthology segments with monsters in it. Who doesn't love a good monster creature movie? Especially when it comes to anthology horror. Now, to fast forward, I kind of enjoyed this movie. It wasn't bad or nothing. Some segments were weak. Some of them were good, actually. In my opinion, I was surprised. And it's not to be taken serious. It was meant to be stupid and silly for what they are. And the movie starts off with this monster apocalypse. Monsters are destroying the city, pretty much what it looked like at the beginning. This guy decided to go to catch a movie while this monster apocalypse scenario is going on. He's seen all these dead bodies laying in the movie theater, and he knows it, So he decided to sit down and watch these different segments of different horror shorts for this anthology horror. Now I'm gonna see if I can try and remember all of them. You got one with in no specific order, by the way. You got one with these people, these young adults getting attacked underneath in the pond, like a lake, by a mysterious monster. You got a guy who's like a vampire, wants his teeth being pulled out, which was the simplest segment of all the segments. I mean, come on. You got one with this kid. The best way to describe MonsterLand to me is if you're a fan of ABC of Death, then you will like this. Put it like that. There was one with this kid playing with his father's radioactive suitcase, and he got to face a radioactive rat, which was the stupidest of all the segments. There was one segment I liked the most. Actually, it was pretty good. I was surprised with this little parasite monster talking to this guy. This guy pulled out a parasite monster behind his hole of his head, and pretty much he's hungry for brain food, pretty much. He doesn't realize he's like a zombie until towards the end. And, let's just say there's a twist ended with the zombie, kind of pass the torch, pretty much. You get a segment with, what was the other segment? I'm trying to remember all the segments. Hold on. Well, there was the last segment, of course, with the giant jellyfish. Which I kind of liked it. I liked it, this jellyfish segment. I knew it was going to be stupid, something like Sci-Fi Channel caliber, and the way they introduced this killer monster jellyfish segment was it's kind of like it was like a movie on its own, pretty much, instead of an anthology segment. So it's like, you think about it, they could have made this to a full-length movie. I could see this being a full-length movie for Sci-Fi Channel. It was that silly, but it was good. I actually enjoyed it. Oh yeah, and the segment before that was good too, about this father that grew a pair of boobs to breastfeed his child. Really good twist ending, in that one. So that's another one I like. So it's a cartoon segment. It's pretty much, this movie's mixed. It's like there's some segments, there's a few segments that are weak. There's some segments you might like, but again, it's like it was meant to be cheesy and silly, not to be taken serious. You know what I'm saying? So I say give MonsterLand a chance. It's not the greatest anthology horror movie of all time or nothing, but still enjoyable to watch. And you know what? For $3.99, it's not a bad deal. So why not? Peace, guys. See you later.